Morning. So, quick thought. My mind is going right now. I like listening to videos on YouTube that get my mind going and ready for the day. And I'm sitting here thinking, change, right? Kind of going with the post that I just did on Instagram. If you haven't read it yet, go to my Instagram. I'm not using this as a clickbait, but just go read it. It's basically about how every choice is a chance for you to change or heal something in your life, so that it gets you that much closer to being where you want to be, whether it's with yourself or relationships or life in general. And what is the question, right? What is waiting on you to change? And this is what I mean by that. And I'll use myself as an example. We all know the changes we need to make. All right, whether it's an adjustment in behavior or just a better decision, or maybe a job change, or better temperament, or better relationships, or self-love, or healing something inside, or making a move that's going to benefit you and your family, whatever it is, whatever the change, whatever, what you need to do. If it's your health, you need to eat right and move your body, get away from negative people and things like that. But did you know that for every day that you wake up and you don't make at least one move or decision that gets you closer towards that, you are actually just perpetuating the consequences that you don't like because of it. So it's really kind of literal or technical or whatever. So for every chance you have to make a different decision and you still choose to do what's comfortable or what you're used to, you're still actively choosing the consequences you don't like, versus taking that moment and saying, I know that I would do this and I probably feel like it, because let's just be real, change in the very beginning is not going to feel like, yes, I want to do it. Maybe in the very beginning, but then it goes away. So you can't rely on that, okay? And you can't rely on motivation. It doesn't matter what the decision is. So you got to look at yourself in that moment and be like, I know I would have done this, but the person I want to become, or the result that I actually want, will it get me that? Chances are no, because you already know what that decision is going to get you. It's going to get you what you already don't, what you're getting, which is what you don't want. Okay, so then what is the decision? How can I handle this in a way that I'm getting closer to who I want to be, or the situation or outcome that I'm looking for? And take a chance. Just take a chance and actually do that decision and see what happens. At least, at minimum, you're going to get a different result. And you can explore that. You can explore that and be like, okay, did I like the result that came from that, or do I need to tweak something? And this is how you can make changes. It's not this one big ecclesiastical event that has to happen and then you're like, oh, I totally get it now, and you just change and go that way, and then if you fall off, it's all over. No, that is such a I don't mean this I don't mean like what I'm about to say, all in mentality. I don't mean it as if it's just completely a bad thing, but when it comes to this, step by step is better. And it's better to take it day by day and make one decision or two decisions that day that got you a different result, that now is starting to change the direction. That right there is more powerful than saying I'm switching from black to white in an instant, and then if I don't follow through with it, I fell off. that is very inconsistent. I'm gonna relate it to food. It's kind of like diet-ish. It's not real. It doesn't stick around for you to make decisions that way. Any kind of changes you're trying to make is going to be incremental, and it's going to be through your habits. That's how the change actually stays, is to take one habit at a time and change it towards something that reflects what you actually are looking for out of it. So if someone's looking for healthier relationships, maybe start evaluating who's around you, what kind of relationship you have with this person. Are you happy with it? If the answer is no, and you can get rid of the person, then great. If you can't get rid of the person, you know, whether it's family or something like that, where no matter what, no matter what, somehow they'll be in your life. If you can't get rid of the person, you can't control that aspect, then control the other aspect, or change the other aspect, which is, okay, what part of me resonates with the toxicity of that person, and that's the part of me that I need to heal. That way you no longer resonate with that toxicity and in whatever form it is. So it doesn't, at least it doesn't disturb your inner peace. That's another way to do it. How to do that incrementally. Start by implementing maybe boundaries, you know, depending on the situation. Maybe you need to implement boundaries with this person and say, hey, like if, you know, say for example, if it's a family member or something, and you know you're going to see them, maybe set up some boundaries of like things that you know that you're comfortable with and that you're not, and the things that you're not. If it comes up, say, you know, in whichever way that is authentically you, but basically voice your boundary. Like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this, or can we change the subject, or depending on what the situation is that you're uncomfortable with, voice that. And it doesn't have to be in a confrontational way. It's just a simple way to respect your boundaries in order to make sure that you are it's just to make sure, you know, that you're respecting yourself and what makes you comfortable first and foremost. If it's your job, maybe don't quit and then go searching, but maybe start implementing in the hours that you're not at work towards something that you really want to do, so that as you go, it starts to replace what you currently do, and then you can quit and go on to do what you really want to do. Everything is habits, and you don't change a habit by changing the whole thing right away. You change it by incremental parts, and questioning yourself, and introspection, and see why you currently resonate with the things that you don't want, and healing those parts of yourself so that you no longer resonate with those things, so you can now start to change direction and start to create and resonate with things that you actually do want to manifest in your life, or become the person you want to be. So that's just a quick thought in the morning, you guys. Yeah, change does not have to be hard. It's actually, you know, there's going to be challenges with it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy, but who said life was easy? And that's the beauty of it, and that's how you grow. As long as you are healing yourself along the way, and you have your hands on the steering wheel in a way where you're taking yourself in a positive direction, then it doesn't matter what the challenges are. You're protected, you're guided, and you will be just fine. And if anything, the challenges create calluses in your, like quote unquote calluses in your brain, that can be really useful in life. Gives you thicker skin. You're not as fragile, And that's a very, to me, that's a very good thing. You know, embrace challenges and embrace the adversity. Don't really lean towards a mentality of trying to ask why you, but more so, what is it trying to teach me? And maybe there's a part of myself that resonates with this challenge, that maybe it's letting me know that, and letting me know that I should probably heal it and do something about it. So yeah, so that was just a quick thought, you guys. Hope everyone's having a great day. If you have any quick thoughts as well, in the comments below. Wish you all a great Sunday.